Molina's family says it's a problem that's been going on for years.
They would pick on him, and they didn't understand when enough is enough, because they don't know. I guess these kids don't understand how much of pain that he went through, how much of a toll it took on him.
Family says a group of students that call themselves the Wolf Pack have been tormenting and bullying Molina since middle school. They say there are about 15 or 20 members in the group, and most of them are football players at the high school.
Why would you take a kid who's a pacifist and just constantly pick at him? And when he reported it, just totally ignore him and say, oh, that's just the way kids act.
Last semester, Molina withdrew from Flower Bluff High School to get away from the Wolf Pack. Lynn Kaler, public information officer with the district, says she has no knowledge of the Wolf Pack or the bullying.
Bullying here at Flower Bluff, would you say it's a problem?
No, it's not a problem.
No. Okay. Then why do you think Teddy would have to have been pulled out of here? Because he couldn't.
I don't know why. I don't know why he was pulled out. I can't answer that.
Kaler went on to say she has no record of any reports about Teddy Molina being bullied. But the family says they reported the bullying to the school multiple times, and administration told them they would look into it, but no action was ever taken. Teddy's family says he took matters into his own hands Sunday night when he used a hunting rifle to end his life.
God can only take so much, and he's been taking it since junior high.
As family and friends try to deal with their tremendous loss, they want the public to know the extreme emotional toll bullies can cause. And they hope changes are made at Flower Bluff to make sure nothing like this happens again.
The issues of difference and dominance within this article are quite clearly identified within the headline. This particular case of bullying was due to racial difference, with the victim, Tony Molina, being of a mixed racial heritage. Dominance was evident, with the bullies being labelled as the Wolf Pack, operating in a gang sense, and was involved in the school football team, which essentially makes them the popular group. Levin and Gordon, 2007, discussed the need for hostile groups to interact together and activities that give them the opportunity to achieve a mutual understanding. They also go on to state that although there are many theories to support this statement, there is also evidence to confirm that physical proximity can lead to an intensification of violence and conflict. This particularly relates to this article, as when Tony Molina joined the football team, the racial bullying increased, causing him to eventually be pulled out of school after revealing to his mother that he was being bullied and was feeling suicidal. In an interview done with one of the school staff members, they denied having any knowledge of the bullying in its entirety. There was also claims made that the coach was aware of the racial bullying and allowed it to continue. Prettyman 2006 refers to the importance of interactions that occur between coaches and other team members during sporting activities. She also goes on to state how powerful the use of language can be in the construction of individuals' identity, and also influence values, attitudes and beliefs about ourselves and others. This information can also be linked to this article in reference to dominance, as it is a teacher's or coach's responsibility to ensure the safety and the inclusion of all students regardless of race. Within a school setting, there is generally different groups of students, for example, athletic, academic, or your students that are constantly a challenge. According to Brent 2006, the majority of secondary schools in America, the students that are more well liked by their peers are generally associated with athleticism and popularity rather than academia.
As educators, it is our responsibility to be aware of the curriculum we are taking into the classroom, as well as things like personal biases and implicit teaching. It is important to ensure children are introduced to many different cultures and the impact that race has had on society and the implication that holds for the children as individuals. To showcase the issues raised, we have chosen the following activities for children in Year 3 to allow the exploration of notions of difference in reference to race, therefore allowing children to have the opportunity to view those differences in a positive sense rather than segregating those that are different. Reading different storybooks that explore other cultures. This allows for the children to be exposed to different cultures. The first activity would be to read the book Mirror. This book is a picture book, which would be a good visual stimulus to use to encourage brainstorming amongst the children. Within the book, there are pictures that mirror each other so as to show the same setting in different cultures. Reading this book would be the foundational starting point for further brainstorming with the children about the word culture. Brainstorming allows for all children to be included and contribute their views and understandings of culture. Due to this book consisting mainly of pictures, the visual stimulus encourages children to broaden their perspective and view things perhaps from a different angle not considered previously. It allows the teacher the opportunity to express to children the importance of listening to others while they speak and respecting what they say. That difference of opinion is acceptable. Conducting the activity in this way allows for the children to feel as though they are creating their own understanding and not being hand-fed a definition, ultimately allowing for a foundational meaning to be established, which can further be built on by collaboration. By exploring different storybooks, children begin to build an understanding about different cultures with a stimulus that the children may be able to relate to. Stories that the children can connect with as they might have had similar experiences. For example, The Little Refugee on this particular page of the book shows a variety of views on difference and how the character in the book embraces the difference by befriending the new child at school because he could relate to the feeling of loneliness. After reading this page would be a good opportunity to pause for a discussion with the children on the thoughts and feelings about the story. Sudoku would be a good extension activity for those children that are further advanced in their reading skills. And for those that aren't ready to read the book, an activity of folding paper cranes could be utilised. This activity would be a great way to introduce children to different cultural dancing and music. We would invite guest speakers and dancing organisations to come into the school to demonstrate to children the cultural dances. This allows children to have the experience firsthand and the opportunity for them to ask questions and for the guest speakers to elaborate further on the culture and traditions within that culture. By making a recipe book filled with recipes from a variety of cultures, it allows children the opportunity to take the recipe book home and share with the parents, friends and family, taking the learning further than just the classroom, allowing the family to also be involved. This type of learning has the capacity to create awareness amongst the community to allow the knowledge and understanding to go beyond the classroom. Sport is a fantastic way for children to all be included and have the opportunity to be a part of a team, leading to the possibility to also explore the different sports people that are from many different races and cultures. There is also the potential for children to be able to view the sports people as role models. If children are seeing famous sporting heroes playing and interacting together in a friendly and acceptable way. Creating a calendar of cultural events would be a great way to demonstrate to children that within different cultures there are certain events that are special and important. By including a variety of cultures, it also allows for the children to broaden their knowledge of different cultures and important events and historical moments that are important within those cultures. Arranging a pen pal activity would allow the children to get to know a person in another country as just a person, not by race, culture, or another characteristic of identity. This leads the children to be able to appreciate that all people equally have dreams and visions for themselves, that every individual has wants and needs regardless of the way they look, dress, or act. Children will be able to learn about the different cultures in a personal sense by building a relationship with their pen pal. Overall, the emphasis within these activities is the importance of treating everyone equally, regardless of race or difference, that knowledge is power. The more information that we as educators provide to the children creates awareness and understanding amongst the children, exposing them to many different cultures and identities. Teaching children compassion and that difference is not negative. By exposing children to these issues, it allows for them to further explore with their parents, families, and friends, creating opportunities for the learning to be extended out into the community with the possibility of changing the way people view race and other differences. By giving children the opportunity to learn about difference and be aware of the negative impact it can have to judge or mistreat someone due to their race, we can allow them the power to act as an advocate when they see these things occurring, not just standing back and accepting it as the norm. This type of education emphasizes the importances of empowering our children with the knowledge, understanding, and compassion to share with the world that all people should be treated equally. Following are the references that we have used.